I miss Regis. I thought he was really good at TV.
Yeah.
All right, it's Thursday. That means it's time for our home segment on News 8 at 4.
And joining us, as always, is Nicole White, broker with William Ravis, One Team. And I'm really excited because I've never gotten to work with Nicole before today. So very excited.
We've always talked about front door colors.
Yes,
Your wife is painting yours pink, right?
Well, it was pink. Now we're looking for something else.
Okay.
It was coral. But I have to
so
stay out of all
every time.
decorating in our house,
No,
which
it's
is totally
fun.
fine.
You just
But you're
say
into
yes.
it. You listen, and then you're like, as I walk out, you're like, Nicole, Nicole.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
So here we are.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Well, good to see you.
So what are we
you.
updating today?
Well, so I really wanted to give some quick tips for people that are maybe feeling like their house is stuck in a different decade. But I don't want anyone to panic because we're not doing major renovations. I just wanted to show some easy tweaks that you can do to sort of update your house, make it feel a little cleaner, a little nicer, all that fun stuff. I actually had a lot of fun doing this too. Full disclosure, I utilized ChatGPT for this.
Okay.
So
Who isn't, right?
it was fun. I don't know that we're starting on lighting, but we will, I guess, right now. I wanted to start with our wall colors here, but I think that's where we were starting because I kind of put it in order of how we were going to sort of introduce this.
The director's saying he doesn't have any other photos.
Really?
Yeah, somebody didn't put them in, Alex.
Uh-oh.
All right, so imagine if you will. All right, let's start with lighting.
My poor mom, I put her house on there as sort of the before.
We'll save it for next time. All right, so let's start with lighting. We did see that light.
So yeah, so what we're gonna do is, it's so funny, we in the business we call that like the boob light.
Yeah, well,
yes, it's time to update
I can see.
And they're inexpensive.
Yeah.
They are very inexpensive. So let's really start looking at more of, again, an updated lighting. I really love like a good rattan light fixture too.
Or chandelier, anything.
Correct. Something that's like, again, that's a little bit more updated. What I really like about in this room that we can all pretend that was in our heads, it kind of gives a little bit of life to the space too. Because again, I think when we're talking about neutrals, and that was again when we're talking about walls, like if we're talking about sort of these like neutrals and whites and grays, sometimes you could feel like the room gets a little stark. So adding sort of that nice tan rattan can really kind of bring a little bit of life into the space. So. Go ahead.
We hit those lights that you just showed too,
yes,
and
your
they're hard to
hallways,
change because you have to. I mean, it's like a four-person
job.
job.
Don't throw much light.
Yeah, I mean, you have to hold the thing so it doesn't break. You got to unscrew the thing and then put the bulbs in it.
And they're builder grade. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So that's, again, it was a very inexpensive way for the builder to put in some light in there. So it's really time for you to upgrade it. What's really great though is that you can go to Home Depot and find something just as inexpensive that's going to add a little bit more of a modern touch.
So in the minute that we have left, let's walls.
Yes.
So we can't see the walls because we don't have it.
I had so much fun doing these.
So tell us about walls, which we
So again, we're talking about sort of that builder beige. If you still have that builder beige or yellow color on your walls, time to ditch it. Let's start talking about some warm whites, like a white dove. Revere pewter is a really great greige that you can introduce to your space that will really warm up the space. So that really is probably the quickest and easiest way to make the biggest impact is to get away from that wall color. And then from there, when we head into the kitchen, if you still have nickel pulls on your cabinets, it's time to be replacing
that would be 70s, wouldn't it?
Nickel, like that brushed nickel, I feel like, but I think that lived almost all the way through like the 90s to the early 2000s. So time to upgrade those. You could get your, you can go with that nice black if you're more of like a neutral person. I love a good brushed brass or like a nice warm gold. That's really popular right now. And what's really great too is, again, those are really easy, cheap fixes that if you don't like the original or the initial one that you pick, you could very easily swap out for another one there too.
We just painted our kitchen light blue.
Okay.
The cabinets and the poles are going to be that gold you just talked about.
So the other thing you can do too, I don't know where you land in any of this, but the other thing one of my other items here would be your countertops. If you still have those old speckle granite, time to upgrade those. Let's swap them over to quartz. You can get those pretty inexpensively depending on what size your kitchen is. What's really nice about that is that it brings in a little bit more of like obviously like a whiter tone. They're much more maintenance friendly. So super easy.
And there you have it. We're sorry about the pictures weren't loaded, but you did a great job.
We'll have to next time.
Next time.
We could see how we utilize ChatGPT. So if you want to renovate your house, you can use ChatGPT, and I could show you how.
It's pretty amazing. Yeah.
All right.
It's wild.
Take it away, Joe.